Be smart, be efficient. Be smart, be efficient. I repeated it in my head like a mantra. The radius is a cruel place. You either play by its rules, or you'll find yourself face down at the mouth of a crater, dead, waiting to be looted. I'm not gonna end up like the bastard I just replaced. They said he didn't even last a day. Panicked and fell into a crater, crushed by a reflector. Be smart, be efficient.
Explorers, this is a friendly reminder from the UNPSC not to attempt to leave the Pechorsk exclusion zone, as demarcated by the electric fence surrounding the site. We deeply regret the necessity of this measure, taken for your own protection, as well as for the protection of anyone attempting to enter the zone. Exposure to radiation and other after effects of the event have made the world outside the exclusion zone toxic for those who were in close proximity to the asteroid strike. Every survivor who left the exclusion zone before the area was cordoned off died within hours, despite the best efforts of the UNPSC's medical specialists. No medications or surgical interventions, not even the creation of controlled environments, succeeded in slowing the deterioration of organ function in those unfortunate survivors of the event. There have been no medical breakthroughs since that would suggest that doctors would be able to save a survivor who exited the zone. We hope that our research with your assistance will in time permit for such a breakthrough. Meanwhile, the UNPSC is with you in your efforts to maintain whatever normalcy is possible under the circumstances. We are committed to providing you with everything you need for a safe and comfortable existence in return for your continued cooperation.
A sense of panic washed over me as I realized I had dropped my remaining handgun magazines. Stupid mistake. Rookie mistake. No luck. Time to retrace my steps.
Attention please. The train departing from Platform 2 will be 5 hours service to Novaya Znamenka. For your own safety, please stand back from the platform edge.
A weapons cache. 11 rounds. Better make 'em count. The sense of paranoia was crippling. I was having difficulty reloading the magazines. Get it together. Be smart. Be efficient. Night is approaching and no sign of the magazines. Time moves fast in the radius. I need to find the anomaly, retrieve the sample, and get back to the safe zone. Be smart, be efficient. Eight rounds left. Two rounds left. Bingo. The anomaly was found, the sample retrieved. I'm hungry and scared. I need to get back to the safe zone.
You're gonna break it. Stop.
Be smart, be efficient. The safe zone is where you are going to spend a lot of time in this game, and that is not a bad thing. The safe zone is a good place to get accustomed to the VR mechanics. This is also where you want to go to drop off mission-specific items. That's how you can complete missions and get paid. And you can also sell items. You're going to come across stuff in the radius that is purely for selling, or you can just sell whatever the heck you want. If you have 17 handguns, you can sell them and make some money. It's also a good place where you can do some inventory management before going to the bunk room. Combine bullets that you found. Or you don't have to do any of that stuff. I view it as like a Resident Evil save room. This is also where you buy items, you get upgrades, new guns, healing items, equipment, armor, and certain weapons are locked behind security levels. There are 5 security levels. Doing main missions will eventually get you the next security level, and at that point you can just make more money and buy new gear. After runs, you're going to want to clean your handgun. If the rating is in the yellow, you're going to need to use some WD-40. If it's in the blue, you just clean it with the pipe and the toilet paper. If you need to repair something like your clip, you do that within the train car. Just select repair, toss in what you want to repair. If it allows you, it'll show up. Pay some money, wait a little bit, and everything is top shelf again. After that, you can just chill out in your bunk and play some guitar. When it comes to graphical settings, Into the Radius can be played reprojected 120 Hz or native 90. I prefer native 90. I think the game looks fantastic, and I honestly don't really notice a visual difference, but it's much more smooth on 90. When you're in the game, be sure to check out the settings because it will have difficulty options. Now you can play this seated, you can play it with vignette, you can do all the stuff with it for comfort, but the biggest thing I think a lot of people are going to appreciate are the difficulty settings. You can make this game as easy as you want it to be or as difficult as you want it to be. I've been playing on normal. It feels great. It's challenging but rewarding, and it's satisfying. And you can also save scum. If you don't know what save scumming is, it just means you save whenever you want, and if something bad happens, you just go and reload. I haven't abused it too much, but it's there if you want to. Everyone's got a schedule, you know, you can't be wasting time. For left-handed players like myself, I have been doing the outfit slots left hand. I feel like that's the proper left-hand mode for this game. For trophy hunters, there are 12 trophies. 11 of them are gold, funny enough, and then, you know, the 12th one is the platinum. Get accustomed with actually looking down and seeing everything that you can carry on yourself. And you'll also notice that it's got the crazy goofy legs. Stock up on as many missions as you want. I think you can do a maximum of 5. They will show up on the map inside your bunk room. And you can also check your handheld device, and that has the world map on it too. As you finish missions, you want to come back here and drop off the item. When it comes to navigating the radius, you want to use your probe pouch and you want to use your scanner. When the scanner is blinking green, it means you're getting closer to an anomaly. If it's blue, it means you're going in the wrong direction. Those reflectors, they will bounce you back. You will take damage. You want to use your probes to uncover those purple things. They will show up on their own, but a lot of times they don't, and those probes will make them visible. Avoid throwing a probe into the bubble reflector. It'll shoot lasers at you. Take it easy. There's always a route. When it comes to combat, you want your head on a swivel at all times. And just be smart. I've found that holding the knife out in front of me for those little spider things can sometimes force them to kill themselves. They also get attached to every object they jump at, so you can use that to your advantage. Wherever they hit, even if it's the ground, they'll be stuck there for a second or two. As you kill these guys, you want to use your knife to destroy their core, otherwise they'll respawn. Gas canisters have a much bigger blast radius than you may think. Be smart in dark areas. Always remember to have your flashlight and a headlamp. The light is what causes grass to recede, because that grass will deal damage. When it comes to climbing, I find that using the sides of the ladder are more reliable. And you have to be cautious. This game does fall damage, and if I fell from this height, I would probably die. You can also attack while you're on a ladder. When you get to the top, put your hands down and you'll feel yourself pop up above.
Help us understand what happened in Pechorsk.
Climbing down ladders.
So far, blanks have proven this theory wrong.
All I can say is just be safe and smart.
Some explorers speculate that the UNPSC scientists have found uses for them and their findings have been classified. I once met an explorer who believed that blanks could hold the key to curing our condition, allowing us to return to the...
So how do I feel about Into the Radius? That's easy. I think the game's fantastic. And anyone who is curious about playing this game, I strongly encourage you to go to the Steam page for the game and look at the update history. If I remember correctly, this game released into early access back in November of 2019. So just take into account all the player feedback, all the work and tweaks that the developers put in. And so what we have now on PSVR2 is the full, finished, complete game after approximately 5 years of work. This game has amazing use of the 3D audio. It's incredibly immersive. You are constantly on edge. It's not terrifying, but it is definitely scary. The dynamic foveated rendering makes the game look incredibly crisp. The native 90 keeps the game super smooth. It's just a standout title for the headset. The VR mechanics are great. And above all, it's one of the best survival horror games I've ever experienced. The story is interesting. There's still much to learn. But at this point in time, when I play it, I am Barry Burton of Resident Evil fame. I'm over here in Eastern Europe. It's the late 1980s. I'm doing some reconnaissance work. And stars doesn't even exist yet. I'm just Barry Burton doing my thing. I want to thank Fast Travel Games, VR Monkey, and CM Games for coming together and giving the PSVR2 community such a fantastic game. I want to give another thanks to Fast Travel Games for reaching out and offering me a code. I already had this game pre-ordered, but I was very excited to play it early. To anyone out there who's going to get the game, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And if you watch this video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care. Have a great day.
What is this? dining room. I'll just go and get some fresh air and be eaten by a monster.